This is the most mature audiences only shit you've ever heard. Period. From Boston. Broadcasting all over the world. Send the soy boys home. 'Cause we ain't gonna sugarcoat shit.
Drop down, I'm give it to you.
This is the Joe Cronin Show. Now, here's Joe Cronin. Joe Cronin.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? This is an interesting situation we have here in WWE. Like, no doubt about it. I would say it's probably a bad situation. Overall, looking at everything, we're seeing almost maybe a too many cooks in the kitchen type of situation. But it's not benefiting anybody really, other than the people who want to make money in business. If you look at WWE as a corporation now, or as a company rather, a public traded company, it's almost, you can almost look at WWE that way and start to realize how the world breaks down. How Microsoft and Xbox have broken down before, how countries break down, and how the rise of something inevitably invokes a fall eventually. It's very interesting. You can easily see and tell. It's a great example of exactly what's gone on and what's going on. It's very strange. What's up, Joe Compton? How you doing, man? But yeah, this is a very weird situation. Very bad situation, really, when you look at everything. As far as, especially for fans, I'm trying to think of this, and I'm trying to think of all the players involved. We're talking about Stephanie McMahon, Nick Khan, Vince McMahon, Shane McMahon. And Shane is a lot like Linda, right? And that makes sense because Linda's kind of stepped out for the most part. And I know that she worked with Trump and everything and had all the political stuff to do, and that's why she wasn't really as much involved in WWE anymore. She was more focused on her own politics career and things like that, as opposed to, the WWE business side of things. They got other people to do those things. But, also when Shane was up against it and the power struggle happened, it's almost like Shane just said, well, I'm going to get out of here now. And then he came back, mostly as a character, but with some promise of, being involved in the company a little bit more. And I think he's really seen, that, okay, this is going to go the same route it did last time. Things like that. And I think that that's what's happened. I think that Shane kind of tries, but once he realizes that he's not wanted or he's not going to be, really available, he's just out. He's seen enough. I'm a little bit like that myself. When I see people don't want me, it's like I don't want to be a part of that then if they don't want me or like me or whatever. And I think Shane's a little bit like that. I think whereas Triple H will lie to your face, to get over or whatever it is. And now you get Nick Khan, who's handling the business side of things, and all the rumors are that he's the guy that would take over managing the company in some kind of leadership role. But none of these people, and I don't know what the answer is. I feel like a lot of these people are fit to run a company, and they are fit to make a lot of money, like many of these people. But I think as far as the entertainment side goes, that's the question. Is Vince? Because Vince is still the creative guy. So it's really the creative that we all have these problems with. So, it's weird because everybody says they hate Nick Khan and things like that, which I understand, and a lot of people left the company have said Nick Khan sucks and I wouldn't work there with him, and, Even Ric Flair, I think, said something like that I don't want to work with, Nick Khan. But I believe that there remains multiple problems. You see, here's the reason. Here's the multiple problems I'm talking about. What does Nick Khan really care about? What do these people really care about at the top? Well, they care about money and making the company bigger so they can become more profitable. And they're making all their money and profit not from the fans really, but from the name, the logo, the idea of WWE makes money. That's what makes WWE money right now, the idea. You know, so the idea of money or rather the idea of WWE and the idea of the entertainment makes the WWE money, right? It's not the other stuff. So these guys don't have an interest in the company. Vince McMahon is obviously out of touch and obviously on some other level creatively. No doubt about it. But all these business people involved in the company. Oh, it's my alarm. That's my alarm. My bad. Let me turn my alarms off. It's my alarm telling me stuff. So you have all these butting heads, right, that are really working in conjunction or are not in conjunction but out of sync with each other. The too many cooks in the kitchen. See, in this picture, we don't, I'm not as worried about Stephanie McMahon because Stephanie McMahon is all about the WWE image, right? Stephanie is all she wants to do is suck everyone off to tell them how great the WWE is for women and minorities and all people and special needs people and Make-A-Wish this and, oh, we're going to support this foundation. Let me tell you all about how we do that. And let me worry about the selling T-shirts and stuff like that. That's what Stephanie cares about. So Stephanie doesn't really bother me for the most part because Stephanie is in that little corner and she knows how to handle that. She actually does a really, she's a classic type of, merchandiser or whatever you want to call it. Whatever she is. COO, I don't remember what she is. Chief Merchandise Officer or some shit like that. I don't know. She's the company image. Triple H is in a weird situation where he's given operational power inside the WWE, But Shane McMahon could have had that power because Shane McMahon is Vince McMahon's son, and Shane McMahon could have the creativity to run stuff. Could be the Bruce Pritchard / Triple H, and maybe something else in the back. But there's nowhere for Shane to fall into this equation because in Vince McMahon's mind, there is no businessman like him. The closest thing is Nick Khan and people like that. Shane isn't that, so Vince won't put him in that role or won't allow him to have that role. In fact, he might even trust Triple H more in that role. So Shane McMahon is kind of the bastard son, the odd man out at this point. Chief Brand Officer. Thank you, Joseph Ross. Jesus. Chief Brand Officer. Thank you. And so, with Shane McMahon feeling inadequate and irrelevant, it's no doubt that he constantly tries to be involved and to help, but he's constantly sort of told, we don't really need you, sort of thing. And so Shane is on a rocky road, and he's out. Triple H has got health issues right now, but Triple H is also creatively struggling with Vince. Triple H I believe Triple H don't care. He just wants to control some part of wrestling, be involved. He wants to creatively be involved in wrestling and make money. That's what I believe. He wants power and he wants money. Shane McMahon, I don't think really wants power and money. Shane McMahon, in my opinion, wants respect and authority. Wants respect and responsibility, actually, is the words. So I believe Shane wants respect and responsibility, which he barely gets. Maybe a little respect, but barely gets any of that. Triple H wants power and money, so he can be creative, in charge of wrestling somehow, and also make money for his family. So Triple H is driven by the power and the money, which I'm not saying is a bad thing. I'm not saying Triple H is some greedy scumbag psycho. But Triple H seems to be driven by the power and the control and the money. Shane is driven by passion. Well, Triple H is driven by passion too, but Shane is also driven by a passion and wants responsibility. And, which is more like Linda. Linda McMahon and Shane seem very alike. Very nice, soft-spoken people who want to do the right thing, but just can't win because they're not sharks. You know what I mean? Like Linda didn't win her whatever she was trying to be elected for, because she's just not a shark. She's just a sweetheart who, has conservative views but is, pretty structured in her belief and plays it honest. And in this world, it seems like the world rewards cocksuckers. And that's why, as much as we all like Triple H in many ways and creatively and whatever, and results do speak for themselves. He did a good job. You know what I mean? Triple H was in charge of NXT when NXT was damn good. You can't take that away from him. But, again, Shane and Linda, nice guys finish last. I believe that's what's happening.
Shit bum.
Oh.
We all know where it went bad. When WWE went public. There is no denying this.
Yeah, that's definitely true. I remember I remember when it happened. Remember when WWE celebrated everywhere? Like, didn't they have WWE New York open and stuff like that? And I don't know. I don't remember, but it was very concerning. Gerald, I will never forget that. I remember WWE was in New York, and they were running around the street, taking shots, and or whatever. Triple H. I think Triple H might have been the champion at the time. Maybe. I think Triple H was champion. I don't know. But either way, it was very concerning. I remember when they went public, and I went, uh-oh. This company is no longer 100% controlled by Vince and controlled by their creativity. What is going to happen here? And it took a few years for those things to happen, right? Because the honeymoon period, they were, they went into the ruthless aggression era. But that's when investors and stock owners and people like that started, saying, hey, what's up? We should do this to expand. Hey, I care about my money now. It was fun to jump in at the beginning, but now this is a real company. And look what happened, man. We had the 2008 censored DX, 2007 and 8 sort of censored DX, and then in 2009 everything went downhill after that. So it took about 8 years for the effects of being public to really show their ugly head, but they did. Gerald Armstrong, thank you for the $5, man. If you guys want to donate, feel free to drop a dono in the link. You might know where why can't I? Oh, there it is. I can barely expand the description box anymore with how weird everything is. I'll put the link in there. I only got to raise $500, But yeah, if you want, there's the pinned link. I'll be live Wednesday night with the AEW review. There's a lot going on there. But yeah, this is a mess. So you got Nick Khan, who's, in charge of most of the business now. You got Vince McMahon, who can barely speak up on Raw when he's talking, cutting a promo. Can't even hear what he's saying. Triple H, whose NXT has been decimated, and also himself is dealing with a heart issue. Shane McMahon, who's basically said, I've washed my hands of this, I'm out again, gets no respect. And really just Triple H, really just Stephanie McMahon's, I don't know what to say. I think the McMahons are always going to be involved in WWE. I would never believe that the McMahons would ever be fully out of WWE. Somebody is going to be involved in this company forever, I would think. But, maybe not. I don't know, because if Vince is gone, Linda would probably, step away for the most part or have some small role in the company. It's really down to Stephanie, Triple H, and Shane, and I just don't see that with how disgruntled they all are with each other in a way. And I don't know. But, yeah, it's too bad. Where's Jake? I think Jake is better on this show. What do you mean he's better? He doesn't do any other shows. Jake is sick. He's probably not gonna be back. He's got hospitalization, a million surgeries coming up. He's got family issues going on. He's got a whole bunch of stuff. We probably won't see Jake for a long time, if ever. Again, that's what I can gather from it. So yeah, people keep asking every day, but that looks like it's the situation. Yeah, it's rough. So this is not good. I mean, this is what happens. You know, when a company has so many people involved with it. You know? Welcome to the Chinese century. Prepare to bow to the dragon, someone just said on Twitter. Yeah, I mean, definitely. I think China probably will take over everything eventually, it looks like. You know? And that might be where the world war happens. I don't know. Or people will just accept it. I'm not sure what's going to happen exactly. But it's definitely coming. Some sort of Chinese takeover at some point. Or, I don't know. Maybe. Because we're so destabilized over here, it'd be a perfect time to do it. You know, and by the way, there's too many passwords. Passwords for email, this email, that email, a million other things, your accounts, those accounts. There's too many passwords. So the facial thing, the eye recognition, they're just gonna chip you. I mean, it's just gonna it's gonna happen. It's not like I'm not scared of it or anything. I'm not scared of it or happy about it. I'm kind of like indifferent. I'm like, that's kind of scary, but at the same time, it makes sense. You know, I don't know. How will it be used for bad though? That's what I'm wondering. But it makes sense to chip everybody, right? Because it's just so many passwords. So at some point you can just be like, yo, I want to log into my email. Fucking room. Like you put your hand out and it scans like room and it opens up your email. You want to turn on your computer. Room. You want to start your car. Room. Like, it just takes your DNA or whatever and starts the car. It like uses your DNA or whatever. I mean, it makes sense. It's going to happen. Because there's just too many fucking passwords. Yeah, Vince, he sounds like, he just sounds, it's hard to hear him. I couldn't understand that secondary half of the shot of the video last night on Raw. I couldn't hear it. Screenshot this. The Rock is going to buy WWE, says Jay Rodrigo. Imagine that. I mean, he bought the XFL already. Can you imagine if The Rock bought WWE? That'd be so bizarre. That would be very bizarre. I don't know, man. I don't think he would do that, though. He's just too busy. I mean, I suppose The Rock could buy it and, run it in a way, or or own it, but have other people running it. So, or he could become a major player, or like an investor, or somebody like that. I still see more Remember I said do you guys remember this a couple years ago? People were saying that WWE is selling the company a year ago. And I said, I don't think they're selling the company, but I do think they're bringing on a big investor or a couple of big investors or a couple of big players where they're not selling the company necessarily, but they're giving a lot of control to whoever new is coming to the table and buying a lot of stock in this company. So I could see that, but I don't see The Rock, being in charge, indifferent about being chipped. What the fuck? I know, man. I know that sounds shocking. I'm just being honest, though. You know what I mean? I know it's weird. I'm just being honest with you. I like technology and I like science and I like technology and robot stuff. Like, I don't know, man. Like, it makes sense. Like, I understand. But I understand how dangerous and scary and weird it could be as well, and what kind of control we could be giving away, and how, dude. Trust me. I understand all the angles of it. And I don't know. I'm just saying I get it. You know, you're walking around with a wallet. You know, at this point, you'd just be walking around with something permanently in your skin so you could just click everything. You know, that way you got access to everything. You know, I understand all of that stuff. Or maybe just your phone is enough, but then people's phones would be getting stolen even more than they already are. People would be getting, like, you know, they'd be the thing you worry about, people getting abducted for their DNA to access their accounts and stuff. There could be crazy shit that goes on. I'm saying I understand. I'm not necessarily indifferent. I'm just sort of like not opposed to it as much as you would think, but also I'm pretty worried about it. So how could you be both? You know, just I am both. Like, I literally am worried, but also like excited. It's weird. So it's bad. I'm just saying, like, I'm just being honest. You know, I'm not someone who's going full one way or the other. I'm just telling you, like, I'm somewhere in the middle on that. But this is, you know, Shane McMahon is all but alienated at this point. Triple H is on rough ridges here. Vince McMahon don't seem like he has much longer to be in control here physically. And Stephanie is just doing her best to smile and tell everybody how WWE is awesome.
Shit bum.
And Nick Khan wants, who knows
Shane
what he
was
wants.
born without a silver spoon in his mouth. That's why he has more humility than Stephanie.
Yeah, you might be right. You might be right, Gerald Armstrong. I mean, Gerald, thank you. It's probably partially too because maybe Vince was harder on his son. Maybe Vince was harder on his son, and he was kind of treated like the business guy. And I mean, Shane has been prepped for a long time before Triple H, guys, right? Shane McMahon was always in suits since he was like 16 at the WWF shows. Vince was basically grooming him to be this, business guy, this guy in the company, the guy that takes over the company, the guy that is the commentator. Remember, Vince McMahon made Shane McMahon a commentator on Sunday Night Heat because Vince probably wanted Shane to follow in his footsteps. Vince McMahon tried to bring him to all the shows beforehand. And, Shane never really panned out as a commentator. He had that light voice. And Stephanie McMahon ended up kind of popping out there on TV out of nowhere. And, I think Stephanie reminds Vince more of himself. But even Stephanie has this sort of important but side role. This Stephanie McMahon is like Liv Tyler in Armageddon, showing the people the boat, introducing everybody. Hey, everybody, my dad's, meet Harry. That's what Stephanie kind of does, like a concierge or something. I think Vince wanted probably Shane to be the guy that takes over and has that voice, and that's not Shane. And so Stephanie's husband, Triple H, seems to have that. But where's Bruce Pritchard in all this, too? So it's like Vince trusts Bruce Pritchard more than Shane. Vince trusts maybe Triple H more than Shane. Vince trusts Stephanie more than Shane. Vince trusts Nick Khan more than Shane. So that's the type of issue that we're all dealing with right now in WWE. This is the type of situation. This is what we're dealing with right now. Gerald Armstrong, man, thank you for the $10, bro. Yo, Rose Montana, what's up? Gothic Princess, what's up? I'm gonna head out now, but so if anybody's got anything to say, drop it in the comments real quick in the chat here, and I'll try to read through it real quick if you can, or drop a dono, whatever you want. I'll read it. I'll read everything in the chat real quick before we get out of here. Joe, did you see the Fauci CNN say maybe people in Africa have group immunity? Oh, yeah. Yeah, who knows, man? It's all lies. America started selling out to China in the 70s. We've all heard stories of Vince's power, hunger, and control nature over everything. Yeah, I mean, we're in trouble here with WWE. I mean, last night was just rough. Family usually screws you faster than anyone. Vince is an a-hole, but Vince isn't stupid. Wow. Yeah, because Vince did it to his father. Look what Vince did to his dad. I mean, Vince may have some kind of issues thinking like, oh, man, my son's going to screw this whole thing up like the way I did, Or maybe Shane has weird ideas that we don't know about. And Vince was like, yo, I'm not doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so look what Vince McMahon did to his father. So maybe this is all worried protection
Super chat party.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Hey, God Phoenix, thank you for the super chat. If you guys want to support the channel, you may have gotten the alert earlier. If you're a patron on Patreon, you get Discord access. You get every alert of every video I make on Patreon. You guys may have seen the video I put out. I put this link in the Patreon earlier, so you guys probably got it. Patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show, or become a member down below. That's how you guys can support this channel, support me, and support the show, and keep all this stuff going until hold the fort down until Jake gets back, if he does get back, and until I'm able to do more again. He conned his dad. That's what I meant by, he conned his dad into selling. That's true. So Vince McMahon is an amazing. That's probably why he likes Triple H. I mean, though, because if he was scared of that, I mean, Triple H is known for this throughout the years and in his career. You know what I mean? Not to throw him under the bus, but pretty weird. But you're not going to get probably not going to get a Shane takeover ever, at this point. But it's a mess. Federico Garza, what's going on, my friend? How you doing?
Do a little basketball dance off
Hey,
the
Mike.
concrete.
Oh, shit.
I mean, I'm just so sick of you little meth head devil worshippers. I'll be honest, I'd like to take a big bite out of your face.
I think it's because Vince doesn't trust anybody, especially his own family. Reality is that Vince has been out of his mind for over decades. WWE is only making profits because of their contracts with USA, Fox and the Saudis. That's really it.
Yeah, I mean, that's true, because it's all business now. He doesn't even trust his own family. Vince has been out of his mind for decades. WWE is only making profits because of their contract. Yeah, but that's all they care about. We've said this too, right? Soundwave, thank you for the $10, man. Holy shit, brother. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, we've said this for so long. It makes sense because it's all about profit. When it comes to a public company and all these shareholders, it's always about profit. I mean, you could go through the list of successes they've had, right? Creatively on television, they have a horrible show, right? But they've made mega millions with the Saudi contract. It all started with the WWE network, right? The WWE network made them like $100 million or so. No, it made them about $50 million, but it also made the shareholders like rich, right? Shares went way up. People sold stocks. People made money. They loved it. That move alone started this thing off. And then the deals that they made after that with Fox was huge. They made a huge profit from their deal with Fox. They made a huge profit from their Saudi Arabia deal. And they made a mega profit by selling the WWE network and their content to Peacock. So that right there is 3 genius, hugely money-making decisions and pivots that have made this company an amazingly successful business. Why was WWE successful in the 80s and the early 90s? They were successful because they sold tickets and put on a worldwide live product that people had to see. Why did WWE run out of money in the mid-90s? Because they lost popularity and their TV show was terrible. It affected them so much that they almost lost the water coolers, or they did lose the water bubblers in the office. But why did WWE do well from 1998 to 2001 before they went public? Why did those years kick so much ass? And the answer is sold-out crowds, merchandising, and record ratings, commercial property on television. Those are the ways they made money. Ticket sales, merchandising, ad revenue, that's it, right? That's how they made money. But now they make money by peddling the next gimmick, right? By peddling the next gimmick. They made money by putting on a show for Saudi Arabia and cutting a specific deal in a country that needed entertainment. They made money because of streaming services needing content. If there was no streaming service right now, and there was no Saudi Arabia, the only profits that WWE would be making is their Fox deal on television. You know? And of course, ad revenue would be at a higher premium. So this is unprecedented type of income that has been made by the WWE based off these business decisions and just circumstance. It's a good thing the Saudi Arabia wants wrestling, because if they didn't, the WWE wouldn't have $60 million or $100 million, whatever it was.
Super chat party.
Damn.
Oh, yeah?
Vince definitely has Alzheimer's. He's shot.
Damn, you think he's... I don't think he's got Alzheimer's, but... Damn. I don't know. I don't know. Hey, Rocco, I don't know about you, bro, but do you work every single day at the same time? Like this is the dumbest comment ever. You literally haven't noticed me not doing every show I used to do? Yeah, I'm on here for a pity party, you fucking retard. You're a fucking idiot. Yeah, I miss Raw reviews now because I don't have a job, you idiot. What? So what exactly explain the theory of pretending to have a job, missing Raw reviews, not doing a lot of wrestling videos. Explain that. So the idea is to literally stop doing YouTube and then not work a real job, a regular job, and then to just get poor. That's what you think I should do. So you think I'm pretending. Because if I didn't have a regular job, I would be doing a lot more on YouTube, wouldn't you think? And you're not that dumb, right? You did see that I did a 38-minute, 45-minute Raw review last night, right? Because I barely was able to watch it and I got home late from work. You know that, right? Like, I don't know. Like, if you're trolling, I get it. Like, you're just trying to make people mad. Like, I get that. But if you honestly believe that, you've got to be a retard. Like, you've got to be a dumb retard, right? Who should be dead, right? Like, you got to be a dumb retard, right? You know? I mean, it is true that I probably will run out of money and I probably will lose everything. That's true. But why would I lie about having a regular job? That doesn't make sense. Most people with a 40-hour job get like 2 days off. Also, if you really want to know, I work 2 o'clock to 8 p.m. tonight. So I won't be here the rest of the night. So there you go. Are you happy that I answered this for you? I mean, weird. So you think that people with jobs, people who work, like, don't get 2 days off a week or don't get a couple hours off? You think that doesn't happen? Okay. You're a dummy. But, yeah. I probably will lose. I probably won't be on here much soon, I'm assuming. Because I probably will be, I probably will have to get a secondary other thing and not do this at all, potentially. So you could be right about that. No, there will be no NXT review. Because I won't be home. I'll be at work. So there will be no NXT review. But I don't think I would review it anyway, even if I was home. I'd probably go live tonight and do something, but I definitely won't be reviewing NXT. I watched that first NXT, and that was pretty decent. Like, funny for a second, and then the second one was just awful, and I remember after the second one saying, okay, I'm out. I'm done on NXT. No more NXT. No more NXT for me. And certainly after what I've seen over the last few weeks of NXT, like, get the fuck out of here. I am not watching that. Absolutely not watching that. NXT is, what are they getting, 490, 500,000 views? Like, nah, I'm good. I'm good on NXT. What a fucking, like, dude, what have they done? You know? Like, what the hell have they done? To NXT. Gaming stream? Maybe. Oh, well, I could be live tonight. That's true. I could be live around 10 or 11, but I won't be doing NXT. I might do gaming. I might come on and play some Madden or Diablo and hang out tonight late, because I have a day off tomorrow. So I have a day off. I think I have a day off tomorrow, but I might work a couple hours anyway, because I gotta get some leads together and stuff like that and do some things. Barely 400,000 now on NXT Tuesdays, says Soundwave 92. Soundwave, thank you, man. I think you triggered that guy by giving me money or something. Any updates on Jake? Yeah, he's just terrible. Doesn't feel good. Not feeling good. He's doing like all right enough, but he's got all these vein surgeries and stuff. I'm not sure exactly what's going on. I haven't been able to talk to him too much. But yeah, he's probably never going to return at this point. He's probably going to, be taking care of that forever, with how things are going. Not sure. Or maybe he'll create a new show with somebody who hates me, and all of a sudden be healed. You never know. Imagine that. How funny that would be. Rampage NXT 2.0. All I watch is AEW, says Jay Real. What up, Jay? Yeah, that's what I would do. What up, Nikki J? The Weed God is here. Nikki J, you're the man, dude. What's up? How you guys been? I hope everybody's been having a good day. Hope everybody has a good holiday. It's been a really bizarre one for me. This will be definitely a strange time going forward, especially 2022 could be one of the weirdest times that I've known in a long time. But it's good to see that you can always go backwards. Jake will be back with a car hooked to his back. I mean, I hope he's all right. I just hope he's all right, man. I hope he gets better. I hope he's able to come back at some point. He's more worried about his family and his health. He's got 1 million doctor's appointments. Like, it's just not worth. It's just you can't. He doesn't even watch Raw and stuff. He doesn't. I believe. He's got like doctor's appointments. His daughter has doctor's appointments. It's just crazy, bro. I don't even know how he does what he does. It's just so insane. Shout out to the $25 producers on Patreon, the $25 producer club. Thank you guys for supporting the channel. I'll have some bonus content coming up on Patreon this week. What up, villain? I'll be so I'm doing this video right now, right? I'm doing this live video right now, and then I'm gonna be working probably for till about 9 o'clock tonight, and then when I get home, I'll probably stream again. So I mean, that's a lot of work when you think about it. Although streaming games tonight isn't really a lot of work, but it's a lot of stuff to do, no doubt about it, to try to sustain life, no doubt. So, man, it really doesn't bother me when people say stuff like that, because it's just like, come on, bro. You can, I don't know, man. I'm always working. That's all I know. That's probably someone who collects a government check who sits at home all day or whatever. What up, Triple? Yeah, this timeline does suck, bro. I think we skewed into the alternate timeline in Back to the Future. Well, for sure, mine has definitely gone that way at this point. God Phoenix, thank you, man. Thanks to everybody else. I hope you guys have a good day, and I will potentially catch you late tonight, unless I pass out and go to bed tonight and get sleep. But hopefully with not having to be up early tomorrow, I can stay up tonight and have a little fun. And hopefully I'll get home in time to see my kids before they go to sleep. And then I'll see you guys. So we'll see what happens. And we'll catch you tonight. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. And thanks to anybody who dropped a dono. Hit the like button and all that other stuff. Soundwave 92 and everybody else, man. God Phoenix, Gerald Armstrong. Thank you guys very much. I'll see you tonight.
Period. From Boston. Broadcasting all over the world. Send the soy boys home. 'Cause we ain't gonna sugarcoat shit.
Drop down, let me give it to you.
This is...
And look at his look! How he looks! And look at his look! how he looks, and look at his look. How he looks, and look at his look. How he looks, and look at his look.